Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Considering the level of excitement in the markets of late, which I suspect is going to only ramp up in the coming days, weeks, and months, I thought this might be a good time to maybe think about what it's actually going to look like as XRP continues down the path it's on. As XRP hurdles towards $10 per XRP, like what's that going to look like? Now, in particular, for people that are new to this space, you'll find this particularly valuable, I hope. And even if you're not new to the space, I think we could all use a bit of a reminder because it's going to be a freaking bumpy ride. So, hands of steel are useful. Well, at least from my perspective. Now, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I just think it's fun to talk about these topics and engage with the XRP community and make YouTube videos as a fun hobby. That is all that it is. It is my most favorite hobby I've ever had, though. I'll share with you that. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, but don't smash it. Only dorks smash the like button. And also, get down with your bad self, girl, by subscribing to the Moon Lambeau channel. Don't cost nothing. Take my free content, damn it. I want to start off with this right here. This is a piece from crypto media outlet You Today, and it's titled, Peter Brandt estimates average Bitcoin correction during previous bull run. Now, many of you will be familiar with Peter Brandt. Well, first of all, he doesn't like Ripple or XRP, but look, he's got a massive following on Twitter with hundreds of thousands of followers, a best-selling book on Amazon, a storied career from going back several decades. And so I don't listen to him on Ripple and XRP because I feel like his opinion on that is rather tainted, but it doesn't mean that he's not, it doesn't mean that he's a bad trader or anything like that. He knows stuff that the average person, including myself, doesn't know. And so it's interesting to get different perspectives on this. I just don't, again, trust what he has to say about Ripple and XRP. So nothing personal against the guy, but he's, he might be closer in line with like, a maximalist, let's say here. But Bitcoin getting to damn near $20,000 in 2017, it was a bumpy ride. And I want to share with you my opinion that I think what we're going to see XRP do this rally, it's going to be like you're going to be tested. If you're one of the people that intends to hold to XRP's all-time high, if you're one of the people that's going to hold beyond XRP's all-time high, assuming we get there, which, by the way, again, I'm not saying we will. I just suspect that we will because I have a high level of confidence for a number of fundamental reasons, including an understanding of just functionally what market cycles are. I understand none of it's guaranteed, but I have a high level of confidence. I am Mr. XRP Bull. Assuming it goes that way, though, I think we're all going to be severely tested, like that'd be a better word, intensely tested along the way. And so the piece begins as follows. It's easy to forget now, but Bitcoin's historic bull run to its current all-time high of $20,000 wasn't particularly smooth. Commodity trading veteran Peter Brandt has estimated that the world's largest cryptocurrency had to endure 9 painful corrections over the span of 2 years, from 2015 to 2017. And there's a chart on the screen, so if you're not driving, feel free to take a look here. He's got these little red triangles indicating each point there was a notable pullback there. And so, guys, this thing doesn't go up in a straight line. And for people that have real money invested in these assets, whether it's XRP or Bitcoin, you see it go up dramatically, and then you see a pullback, you start to get scared. Oh my gosh, should I sell? Emotion. And it can be hard to know because, timing the bottom or top of a market, yeah. Good luck, my magician friend. Like it's not something that's going to be done easily, right? Now you can see when we start to enter bubble territory, but still, as far as timing the actual top, the actual bottom, and so along the way, how are you going to know? And that's the problem right there. And so for me, I am super long-term, so I'm not going to beat myself up for not being able to time the bottom or tops of markets ever. But you got to understand that there are going to be some massive pullbacks. Like, what if it gets to the point where what if XRP is worth $10 or $20 or $30 or who knows? Make up your price, whatever is a lot to you. And what if your holdings on a daily basis are swaying by tens of thousands of dollars or more? Like, because if this goes to where we're hoping it's going to go, that type of stuff can happen. It's not crazy talk. Like, this has happened in the crypto asset class for 12 freaking years at this point. It's been happening. It's not going to stop happening anytime soon, I certainly suspect. And so then they have this little subheading, Bitcoin's thorny path to $20,000. Brandt claims that the average decline from high to low was 37%. It would take Bitcoin approximately 14 weeks to recover from each significant drawdown. Think about that. Are you going to be able to stomach, if it's XRP, after it ramps up dramatically, whatever you think is a high price, along the way, even if it's not to its all-time high yet? What if it's at $2 or $3? You know, to $3.50. And what if it pulls back 37%? People are going to be emotionally buying and selling like crazy. And so what I wanted to share with you is, while I'm not willing to offer financial advice, I'm willing to share with you what I'm going to do, which is nothing. I mean, maybe I'll sell some along the way just to realize some profit, but what I'm not going to do is emotionally buy and sell and follow what the lemmings are doing. I'm absolutely not going to do that. If I want to realize profit at whatever level it happens to be at, okay, cool. But I'm not going to freak out and be like, oh my God, it's tanking, I must sell now, it's not going to come back here ever or anytime soon, whatever. And I'm not going to participate and think like that, because that doesn't make sense to me. And so 37% drawdown on average each time, and expands over a span of 14 weeks. That's over 3 months, my friend. I'm no math wizard, but I know that's over 3 months. You know, that's what I'm saying. See, this is why there's an opportunity for tremendous gains here. Like, this is what results in asymmetrical gains. You're talking about illiquid assets with people emotionally buying and selling, and people emotionally buy and sell in the stock market too. It's not like this is unique to crypto. Part of what's unique to crypto, though, is that, of course, there's such a frenzy around the asset class, and it's traded 24/7, 365. But there's also almost no freaking money in these assets, which is why it's easy to get a double, triple, quadrupling effect, and so on and so forth. That's the reason there are these opportunities for lopsided gains, and you don't see that typically in legacy asset classes, if you want to call them that. So anyway, even when the 2017 crypto craze was kicking into high gear, Bitcoin saw a 20% plunge in early November. Yeah, that's when I jumped in. I've been in the world of crypto only 3 years here, which really, frankly, makes me an OG at this point. Does that? Well, think about it. If crypto's been around for close to 12 years, I've been around for like 25% of it existing. You know, see, it just helps wrap your head around just how nascent this all is, right? Anyway, then they have this little subheading, a world of difference. The ongoing rally has so far been exceptionally smooth for Bitcoin, with a whopping 7 green candles in a row on the weekly chart. On November 16th, the cryptocurrency recorded its highest 3-week close to date, and this November is on track to become Bitcoin's best month ever, blowing December 2017 out the water. That would definitely be something. So that could happen, and maybe it would blow past that for a good bit. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But at some point, there will be a major retracement, I firmly believe. I don't know when it's going to come. It doesn't mean everything's over necessarily, because, again, look at what happened 2015 to through 2017. Here's the chart on the screen again. A lot of 37% pullbacks on average. And so if you take a look at here, what happened over that same time period with XRP? And mind you, as I'm recording this, XRP is at 29.1 cents. So here's the XRP chart from January 1st, 2015 through December 30th, 2017. And you can see, as I'm highlighting right here, if you're looking at the screen, great, super duper, little extra immersion for you. If you're just driving or walking your dog or whatever, or working out at the gym, it's okay. I'll explain what's happening here. But I'm highlighting some early prices in January 2015. And you can look at the market cap, you can look at the price of XRP relative to the US dollar, and the 24-hour volume. So early on, XRP was just hovering around like 1 or 2 cents. It dipped below as you go further into the year, 0.6 of a penny, and so on and so forth, a little bit lower, back up to a penny. And this is what's interesting here. So, like, for the longest time this happened. And by the way, even before 2015, I'll mention this too, there was a run-up from half a penny to, it may have been 2013 or 2014, half a penny to 6 cents. At that point, it was the all-time high for XRP. That was a 12-fold increase, and then it crashed pretty much all the way back down. And so you can be like, oh my gosh, I lost all my money. Yet, even if you bought at that all-time high, at that point anyway, of 6 cents, you'd be holding XRP worth 29 cents today, even if you made that decision. And so it's interesting, like, to all the people, if XRP is truly going to have long-term viability, even the people that purchased at its all-time high of damn near $4, if XRP is truly going to have long-term viability, you can recoup the whole thing, right? And again, I understand nothing's guaranteed, and I'm just sharing my humble, unprofessional opinion here, but that is what I believe. That's firmly what I believe. Because take a look, you're talking about back in these days when XRP was about a penny. You're looking at a crypto asset class, the entire market cap for the asset class of where I just stopped here on February 7th, 2015. The market cap for the entire asset class, 400 and, or wait, this must be, or wait, is that XRP then? Did my I'll do some freaking math. Hold on a second here. I was wishing that it would jump out at me in a more obvious fashion here, but if you've got sorry if my brain just broke again. This happens from time to time. 45 billion. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that is the XRP market cap. Okay, gotcha. In hindsight, it'll be obvious to me, I'm sure. But I feel like when I'm recording, when my brain breaks like that, and then I start to like do this thing where I like pressure myself, like, oh my god, I'm on the spot now, I must react, and then I get a little bit flustered. So that's what just happened there. My apologies. But anyway, so yeah, $465 million market cap for XRP. And so as I record this today, it's at, what, 11 to 12. Actually, I didn't look at it just now. That's 29 cents. Or here, yeah. So, well, the market cap for the entire asset class is $474 billion. So for XRP, it's currently at $13.2 billion. So, and it's funny to think, you can imagine what Bitcoin's market cap would have been back in that time frame, and it's just like a fraction of what it is now. And so, there's a time when Bitcoin's market cap was smaller than what XRP's is today. There's a time when XRP's market cap, I can't remember, just off the top of my head, it may have been like, what did it get up to? Like 150 billion or 170 billion when it was closer to its all-time high. I'm not going to do the math. I'm not going to pause again, and I do apologize again for that. But yeah, I think somewhere around that point, and I firmly, that's why I was trying to deliver the message that, the price, like the range-bound trading that we've been seeing for some time, whether it's in the 20-something cents or even if it's in the 30-something cents, like, just like people are freaking out and emotionally buying and selling now, it's the same type of people, maybe in some cases the exact same humans, that were freaking out when XRP was going from like half a penny to like 2 pennies or 3 pennies. Because in terms of the multiplier effect, like, that was pretty substantial back then. Now it doesn't phase us as much. Yeah, we're happy that, today it's gone up X number of pennies, whether it's, what is it up, like a few cents today, whatever it is, looking good. It's some good 24-hour action. But that would have been completely outrageous to have that number of penny increase, if you will, back then. So you consider all of these things, and that's why, like I keep saying, even if you purchased at an all-time high, if you hold long enough, and if there is truly going to be long-term viability for this particular digital asset, it's not functionally, it's not going to ruin you, right? And that's why with every single boom and bust cycle we've seen with Bitcoin, for Bitcoin specifically, had you bought at what was then the all-time high in every single instance, even if you held it through when it crashed all the way back down, first of all, there was a higher low. You always would have recouped your investment and then some. You would have had a tremendous multiplier effect. And so for me, the name of the game for that reason is just to hold. That's pretty simply it. That's all I'm going to do here. And then there was this here I wanted to just share with you. This is just another cool story in terms of general adoption. This comes from crypto media outlet You Today. I've jumped firmly onto Bitcoin wagon, software giant Intercom founder. Co-founder and chairman of the large U.S. messaging platform Intercom, Eoghan McCabe, I don't even know how to say that name, Eoghan, I'm not familiar with it, anyway, boasts having firmly jumped on the Bitcoin wagon after listening to a Pompliano podcast with Robert Breedlove. However, he says Bitcoin is not a fit for his company yet. Mr. McCabe has taken to Twitter to announce that after years of doubts and consideration, he has finally acquired Bitcoin and has jumped firmly on the bandwagon. And so this is going to increasingly happen, and that's why I say with some amount of regularity on this channel also, the more time passes, the more clear it is that even to the naysayers, it'll become crystal clear that this asset class is not going away, and at some point, if they're being intellectually honest with themselves, they're going to ask, okay, what did I get wrong when I was examining and thinking through this logically about the long-term viability for the crypto asset class? Like, what did I get wrong? You got to look inward if you're going to be intellectually honest at yourself. And so the more time passes, the more you're going to see this. and it's certainly going to be true of well, certainly the crypto asset class in general, probably Bitcoin, and I suspect XRP as well. And so it's amazing. And so just consider that on this ride to $10 and beyond, assuming we ever get there, and I'm optimistic for the future, along the way there's going to be tremendous pullbacks here. And I don't know what where the next market cycle is going to bring us, but I am willing to share kind of my general thoughts at the moment and what I'm going to do for myself. And I don't plan on selling a single XRP until we've at least hit the all-time high. Because look, the thing for me is either it's going to be worth a fortune relative to where it is now, or it's going to zero. It's going to be one or the other. And I want that exposure. And so if I sell all of it before that, and I'm not ever going to sell it, but even if I did, what I'm saying is I would no longer have that exposure. And I want to find out if I'm right or wrong. And if I'm wrong, fine. Then I deserve to lose everything. Fair enough, because I'm an adult. I've made this decision. I deserve to lose every penny that I put into this if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, it could be substantial. And so for me, I'm going to play that longer bet. Now, it doesn't mean I won't sell any along the way. And I think that it doesn't mean that you're some sort of hypocrite to be long a crypto asset and then sell some of it along the way just to realize some profits. I have no problem with adjusting portfolios, reducing risk exposure from one asset to another. To me, that makes logical sense, actually. And that's why I kind of get my biscuits get burnt a little bit when people are like yelling at whether it's David Schwartz or Brad Garley, just whoever, selling a little bit of their XRP, or it doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot, like yelling at them and then saying, you hypocrites, you say you're long. You can be long and still reduce your risk exposure to a particular asset. And I'm going to be one of those people. And so that's why right now, even though I've never sold a single XRP my entire life, I'm just telling you now, like, that's how I look at it. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm never going to sell all of my XRP, most certainly not. I am here for the long haul period, but I do think it's going to be a bumpy ride, so just get emotionally prepared for this, because it's going to hit you. At some point, can you imagine you're looking at your XRP holdings, and then you check to see how much it's worth in terms of United States dollars, and it's worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars or more? Like, are you prepared for that? Because depending on where this goes and how much you're holding, like for some people, I suspect that's going to happen. I'm highly confident, and I know that what I'm describing here did happen to all sorts of XRP holders in 2017 and early 2018, and some of them held beyond when the XRP bubble popped, and some sold before, and that's why, like, for me, reducing exposure a little bit along the way makes all the sense in the world, and I'm not going to beat myself up, like I said, for not being able to time the top or the bottom. And since I'm never going to sell all of it, even if I don't sell as much as I wish I had in hindsight on the way up to whenever the XRP bubble inflates, which it hasn't yet, but when it inflates and then ultimately pops, which I believe will happen along with every other crypto, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm just going to hold it longer then, okay? That's all I'm going to do. It's not going to be the end of the world. I have so much fun tracking this stuff as a fun hobby. Like, it's not going to kill me. And until I see the day when XRP is proven to not functionally be useful and solve a purpose in the world, and unless that happens, I'm just going to hold, because I believe that utility matters and will win the day, and patience is of paramount importance when you're investing along these lines. That's what I personally believe. So are you guys ready for this? Because we're getting to the point where there could be some serious fireworks happening. I mean, this type of Bitcoin price action hasn't happened in years, and my gosh, think about that. Hasn't happened in 3 years, and here we are. It's jumping up. It's never gone from, like, not quite like this. 2017, yeah, you had some serious ramp up, but in the 30-day time span, behaving exactly the way it did this time, you haven't quite seen it exactly like this ever. And I think that we're knocking on, I know we're knocking on 17,000's door as I record this, and will not be surprised if it smashes through its all-time high of roughly $20,000 before the year's out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it will not surprise me in the least. And we could see some fireworks for some altcoins in the meantime here. So I don't know, I just think it's an exciting time. I just love to engage with you guys, and just tell me your perspective. Please drop some comments below. I really would love to hear what you think about all of this. Like, what's your general take? What's your approach? Like, are you going to be one of the people that's able to hold on, if that's what you want to do, when there's this massive increase in XRP compared to the United States dollar? Like, it's going to be something, guys. I think it's going to be something. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.